family, and you're looking for what I like to call the family Camry. The family Camry is essentially that car. Every single day, the parental figure, whether mom or dad, drives this Camry, and it's like the iconic family car. And then when you get in high school, they give you the family Camry, and now it's your problem to deal with. Not problem, actually. You find it to be a really nice car. You keep it until you're like 30, and then you buy a new Camry and sell this one used for $10,000 on eBay Motors. That's just how the family Camry, that's the natural progression of what I like to call the family Camry. And it doesn't always have to be a Camry. I mean, my personal family Camry was one of these goobers. Fun, yeah. But then I bought my own Prius, so yeah. Anyway, essentially, the family Camry is just the family car, right? It's safe in an accident, it gets good gas mileage, and it has enough trunk boot space to carry everyone, right? That's perfect. So, today I'm here to tell you a better alternative to the family Camry. Something, because again, modern day cars are getting more expensive, crazier, more tech-filled and crazy and less durable by the second, so you want something durable for your family, right? You want a modern-day family Camry. Now, of course, you could buy a used 2012 Toyota Camry, but that's kind of run its course, right? You want something a little bit newer, maybe 2015, around that era, just something a little bit newer, But what could be better than the family Camry? You can even buy it in a hybrid. It's durable. It's reliable. Why are you stopping me from buying it? Because there's a better answer out there. So first, I'm just going to go over guesses, right? The Toyota Corolla IM, right? It's a Corolla, but it's a hatchback. Well, that has less space than the Camry, even though it gets better gas mileage. Nuh-uh. The Toyota Sienna is bigger than the Camry, and it's, number one, very expensive, and number two, again, so much space. You don't really need that much space. You probably only have like one or two kids. You don't need a gigantic honking minivan. The Highlander, you don't go off-road, right? You don't need it to go off-roading. You just need it to survive the winter, right? Which here in Florida isn't at all anything. So a RAV4, it's kind of like the family Camry, but it's slightly less reliable, which means it's not going to last as long, which means, it's a viable option. Now, are you going to get the booty wagon, right, from the 1990s, the Toyota Camry wagon? One of these classic sporty beasts? No. Are you going to get a modern-day wagon, right? That sounds great. You can have all the storage, you can have everything, but it is expensive because all the wagons out there, whether it be a Volkswagen, Audi, they're very expensive, and a lot of them are from luxury brands, which means they're typically less reliable, especially from Volvo, considering they're technically a Chinese car company now. So, yes, what could be better than the classic family Camry? What can take it over? Well, what if I can tell you that you can have the functionality of the Toyota Highlander, the interior space of the Toyota Highlander, with having the looks of the Toyota RAV4 and the all-wheel drive system out of the Toyota RAV4, with the trunk space from the booty wagon, and the luxury interior from the S60. Now that sounds like a car that could, the family Camry's great, but it ain't that great. So what mythical car are you talking about? Because I know all of Toyota's lineup, and Toyota doesn't have any cars that, come on, what car is that? What are you going to say? The special trim of the RAV4, the RAV4 hybrid? Like what? What are you going to talk about? Well, imagine taking this Camry and making it into a wagon. Venza. That's right. This is the perfect family vehicle, and I'm going to try and convince you right now. So, just tell me everything about the family Camry that this thing can't do. Nothing. It has a bigger trunk, right? You can get it in a V6. You can also get it with all-wheel drive. A V6 all-wheel drive car slaps. It's got a modern infotainment system, a very durable interior. Look at all that leather. Don't tell me that doesn't look great. Look at that nice faux carbon fiber thing. So durable, right? Just nice. You can trust it, Just look at it. Your standard Toyota steering wheel. Just perfect. Perfect. You can get the nice creamy tan leather interior, right? And when you're ready to give it to your kids, it's essentially just a wagon Camry. It's perfect. And you're not getting that trunk room. Let me tell you something right there, Chief. You are not getting that trunk room out of a family Camry, all right? Guess what? This is the advantage. Let's say you're one of those camping families, right? You like to go out. You like to go camping. You could just sleep in the back of it. Now, a lot of people, when they hear that, they go, ugh, I'm not homeless. I don't sleep in the back of my car. Okay, but seriously, look at all that room. You could totally. That's why a lot of people use these to sleep in. They're great, they're reliable, and they're easy to sleep in. Look at how comfortable those back seats are. It's the perfect car. And it has a V6, which means you don't feel the wagon. You know, if you had a V4 in this thing, you got the V4 version, you're going to feel the wagon behind you. This thing's going to feel a lot more sprite and sturdy on its feet than this thing. Because, I mean, it's a wagon. It's just bigger. But with the V6 and the all-wheel drive system, it helps pull it up to speed faster, and it helps you forget that wagon more, right? And you're not losing anything from the Camry. You get everything. Reclining rear seats, rear seat vents, power lift gate, thoughtful storage, one-touch fold flat seats. You've got everything you need here. It's the perfect family car. And you may think that this is just a revolution we're having now. People have loved the Venza for years. Look, it's stylish enough. It's safe in an accident. It gets great gas mileage. It's perfect. It's just an amazing car. You can get dual sunroofs in it, keep everyone interested, right? It's just perfect. The four-wheel drive system can get you through the winter. It has enough ground clearance. It's just a Camry wagon. It's perfect. And also, the way that they shaped it, now look, it's essentially an up and down bit with the teeny tiny corner cut off and then this rear window shape being shaped like it's a sedan, when it's actually a wagon. It's a brilliant car. It's a beautiful, brilliant car, right? It's elegant, right? It can hold so much crap. You can get black, light gray, ivory interior, wheels. I mean, it's just a great car. I mean, look at it. Just stunning. The interior is great. It's all very durable. It's all put together. It's all put together very well. When you tell your 6-year-old that she can have candy and she starts bum bum bum, feet's on the dash, right? The airbag's not going to explode in her face and give her third-degree burns. No, this is a Toyota we're talking about. That airbag's not deploying unless one of two things: A, you cut open the compartment and start looking for an airbag, or B, you hit something. And you know, those are the two. One of them. 1 out of 2 is when you would want it to fire. So, oh, and also, right, again, get this. Toyota also adds, like, the Toyota E features. It has this, it's hard to tell, way pushed back up in the dashboard, right back there, right? So that you can keep your eyes on the road. If the doors are open, the climate controls, that way you can see everything while you're driving and you don't have to take your eyes off the road. It's a nice, comfortable, leather-wrapped steering wheel. It's a perfect car. It's a better Camry. This is the family Camry. And then when your teen grows up, goes to high school, you want to get in your rebellious age as an old person and buy yourself a Prius, fine. Give them the Venza. They'll be fine. The Venza is an amazing car. This is the better family Camry, right? It's an amazing SUV. Again, now a lot of people would scoff at this pick, right? A lot of people would say, good luck going off-roading in that. I'm not going to argue with you. The approach angles are terrible. The exit angles are terrible. It's so long that rocks, when you try and climb over them, it's immediately going to bottom out. The wheelbase is just so long. But let me ask you something, Becky, or any single Jeep owner that is not a Wrangler ever in time. I don't care if it's a Patriot, right? I don't care if it's a Renegade or a Compass. Have you ever sincerely gone off-road? I don't mean driven on a dirt road, Becky. Oh, look, dirt, it's flying up. No. I mean actually rock climbing with your Jeep. Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't need an SUV. You just need a wagon. People need to go back to wagons. I get it. They're not stylistically appropriate or whatever. Not appropriate. They're not stylistically appeasing. But come on, it has better storage than a sedan. It has the same storage as an SUV with the four-wheel drive. Let me tell you, snow's not that tall unless you live in a real fricked up place. And then no matter what car you pick, it's not going to have enough torque to get through. If the snow's up to here, I don't care if it's a Wrangler. It's not getting out of that. Not at all. No. I don't care if you've got big tires, you're going to snap the axle. No way. No way in hell you're going. If you have a normal amount of snow, and you don't live on an alien planet where it snows 24/7, this car will be fine for you. It has all-wheel drive. It has a V6. You are fine. You will be fine on the interstate driving to go get flour for your Christmas cookies while looking for your fallen tree. Yes, that was an episode of Bob's Burgers, right? It's just a family car. It does everything you need it to do. You don't need an SUV. It's a wagon. It's perfect, right? It's not like are you telling me that your front-wheel drive family Camry is going to do all that? No, the Venza was Perfect. And you can get them used for $20,000. 2014? Yeah, that's great. That's really great. I mean, look at it. It's nice and sporty in the front. It has a nice look to it, right? It looks nice and sleuthy, right? Because it knows that it's the ultimate family car. Now, do not get me wrong. This thing, again, unfortunately, does not have a third row of seating. The entire purpose of this thing is I'll get to that later, right? I promise I will, and I will not just go off on a different random tangent and forget that I ever said that. It has front fog lights. It's very nice. A very nice headlight set. It has very nice wheels. And it also has a very nice big flat load tailgate. It's great. Look at how much trunk space you get. You're not getting that much in a Camry, right? It's perfect. Now, why doesn't this thing have a third row? Why? That may seem perfectly reasonable to you. Because of two reasons. First of all, the purpose of this car, right? The entire reason why it was made was not to be a minivan alternative. It was to be a better Camry, right? If you need a third row car, and I'm definitely going to make a video on this, get the Highlander, or better yet, the Highlander Hybrid, right? Buy one of those. This is not a substitution to your minivan or a third row, right? And again, let me tell you, if you have 2 or 1 kid, then yeah, that's fine. And this isn't just me being weird or making comments about weird stuff. No, I'm being honest. If you have like 3 kids and you buy a car like this, you better have a third row somewhere in a different car in your household. You're going to need it. Things pop up all the time. It's crazy. Anyway, again, this is not a substitution to a 3-row car or a 3-row SUV. This is a substitution to the family Camry, right? So if you are looking for the perfect family Camry, buy a Venza. V6, all-wheel drive, it'll never die. You know that. I don't have to tell you, should I keep going? It's perfect. It's just the perfect car, right? I mean, look. And like I said before, it's even got your driver infotainment display up there, and then the family infotainment display down here, and then it's even got the foldy DVD player. Who doesn't love the foldy DVD player? Everyone loves the foldy DVD player. Don't tell me people don't love the foldy DVD player. It's just perfect. So if you have a family and you're thinking, oh, well, should I get a Camry? I don't know what to get. I need something reliable. Get the Venza. And remember when I showed that earlier Venza and I said, oh, not that one. Yes, that one. Again, perfect. It's a hybrid. Again, I think these touchscreens are, I can't think, there's 2 words to describe it. Stupid garbage. I think that actually explains it. Yeah, stupid garbage. I think in any car model, not just Toyotas, especially Toyotas, it's all stupid garbage. You could have put that right there. Come on, please. Please. Anyway, this modern Venza, a lot of times, hey, you'll see, go to Reddit. I'm sorry. A lot of people like to say that Reddit is a cesspool. Yes, but Reddit's not known as a cesspool because inherently weird people go there. It's because everyone goes there, and when you have a lot of people, you're going to get weird people. It's like when you have bad people in a certain town. It's not because the town is filled, like, exclusively bad people. When you have a lot of people somewhere, there is going to be a variety of people there, right? Go to Reddit. Look at the Venza community. They're having deals on these things since they're discontinuing them this year. Rest in peace, Venza. They're selling them cheaper than RAV4s, which is a hell of a deal. Again, when realistically are you ever going to go off-roading? Never. Be honest with you. Never. Get a rental car. Use someone else's car, right? Because SUVs, now again, I'm not talking about the RAV4s of the world or the Compasses of the world. I'm talking the Wranglers, right? A real true SUV. Now, I'm not saying that these aren't true. These are SUVs as we know them today. I'm talking military Jeep SUV, like actual off-roader, right? You're inconveniencing yourself daily, getting in, getting out, gas mileage, everything daily for something that you only do 10% of the time. The Venza is essentially prioritizing that other 90% that you're going to spend on the road, driving the kids to school, picking up the things, doing all that, over the 10% where you're going to be off-roading. And, off-roading is fun. Go in someone else's car. Wranglers aren't even that good at off-roading. They're just pieces of crap. I'm sorry. They have no idea how to build things. Anyway, right, get a Venza. They're perfect. If you want a family Camry, you just want a family car, you just want something that will not actuate Siri every 10 seconds, get a Venza. They're perfect, right? So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And, Venzas are great, and we need to stop underrating them.